If the 2024 campaign were a movie, it would be a legal thriller as much as a political one. This presidential election has already launched 3 special counsels. Have we had the last presidential election without special counsels? I prefer the voters to be in charge, not fame-thirsty prosecutors and whatever juries they can scrape together in America's bluest jurisdictions. Jack Smith loses when he misuses statutes, but he crushes his targets in the process nonetheless. Just ask former Virginia Governor Bob McDonnell. Exonerated, but still destroyed. Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg can't escape withering criticism. Politico noted Alvin Bragg's case against Donald Trump is running into a wall of skepticism, including from left-leaning legal experts, liberal pundits, and some of Trump's Republican distractors. From Politico, it's actually a pretty sick burn. But not to be outdone, enter Fulton County DA Fani Willis, who has taken such a sweeping view of RICO statutes, they may apply to your office fantasy football league at this point. Fani has been busted for improperly using RICO before. She boasted to the Washington Post this year that she's done more RICO indictments in the last 18 months than were probably done in the last 10 years. Even left-leaning publications like the LA Times have criticized the Atlanta prosecutor's overuse of RICO. When she used it to pursue an alleged cheating scandal among teachers, they wrote that, quote, use of gangster law to prosecute Atlanta educators sparks legal moral debate. The irony of using RICO against Rudy Giuliani is rich. Rudy literally took down the mob in New York. RICO is a complex criminal statute intended for use against complex criminal organizations. But there are far simpler statutes like 8 U.S.C. 1325, which criminalizes unlawful entry into our country, or Georgia Code 16721, criminal vandalism. That would be an easy case to make based just on what BLM rioters did to CNN's headquarters in Atlanta. In Alvin Bragg's New York, they don't even bother with most retail theft, so of course they get a ton of it. Wasn't it interesting that Fani Willis was so eager to talk about what a criminal she thinks Trump is, but she locked down like the Batmobile when asked about coordination with special counsel Jack Smith?
And have you had any contact with the special counsel about the overlap between this indictment and the federal indictment?
I'm not going to discuss our investigation at this time.
Oh, she's not going to discuss it. Meanwhile, Weiss is literally Biden BFF approved, so he can protect Hunter and Joe in the process. Now, they have 2 objectives. 1, convict Trump before the general election so they can call him a convicted felon. And 2, use Weiss to block our investigation into the Bidens. Jason Miller is a senior advisor to the Trump campaign, and he joins me now to discuss. Jason, there is so much going on, so let me play devil's advocate. The Biden strategy might be working. We've got so much information overload. Do regular voters even know the difference between Devin Archer and Alvin Bragg and Robert Peters at this point? How do voters sort it out?
Well, it's a great question because right now voters are looking at all of the trumped-up Trump charges in one ball, whether it be New York or whether it be Jack Smith ×2 or whether it be Fani Willis. And voters are realizing that this is election interference. Whether it's a plurality or an outright majority, most voters think that there are politics that are at play here. Why is that the case? Because Biden's economy right now is one of the worst in American history. You look at the inflation rates over the first 2.5 years have been through the roof, almost record-setting, terrible. And even though the last 2 months, the rate of growth has gone a little bit down, things are still getting more expensive. And the Democrats are sitting around saying, well, why aren't people embracing the economy? It's like, hey, dummies, everything is still becoming more expensive faster than the rate of wage growth. This is a real problem for them. So people realize it's election interference, and they realize that they're now using the weaponization of government, weaponization of lawfare to come after President Trump.
So we got to talk about the upcoming debate. Trump isn't going to that debate. The New York Times reporting that he's going to be sitting down for an interview with Tucker Carlson in an attempt to counter-program. Can you verify that that's accurate?
I cannot verify anything because until I hear it from President Trump directly, then I have learned through my 3 campaigns with him, do not get out ahead of the president.
All right, you're not going to pick. Let me just ask you this. We've seen, real quick, Jason, we've seen this DeSantis debate memo leak where he's going to defend Trump and go after Vivek Ramaswamy of all people. Your reaction to that DeSantis strategy?
Yeah, I think this is terrible. I can't believe his stupor PAC went and actually did this. And I guess it was to help him. It's not. With things like show emotion. Most people say that Ron DeSantis is wooden. Vivek Ramaswamy says that he's robot-like. I think he's a little more like Tommy from Pinball Wizard, if you ask me, for my unbiased opinion. But when you have to tell someone to show emotion, then you're absolutely doing it wrong. You know, the whole from Tally down to Boynton. There's just something not right with this guy. I don't think he's going to look good. I think Ramaswamy's going to have a breakout night. And if Ron DeSantis does not get a 7 to 8 point bounce, he might be stuck in third permanently.
Jason Miller, senior advisor to the Trump campaign, thank you so much for joining us and sending the fire, as always.